Welcome to my February plan and paint. Today I'll be setting some habit systems, painting a few florals, and showing you how I plan out my week. Let's get started by filling in the events for the month. I differentiate work-related events with gray and others with this month's color, which is pink. It may or may not be related to how I feel about them. My goal this month is to post weekly and to keep making, learning, and repeating. These simple words convince me to just get off my butt and do something, because it implies such a positive feedback cycle. Goals can be ineffective without a good system to implement them. Like this one, I'm asking for good intentions and leaving it to the future me who may or may not be feeling motivated, if I do remember, that is. This one is better since the when and how are clear. Hello February sticker pack. Let's use the white one to redefine my habit system. To bring clarity to the when and how for our daily habits, James Clear provides a formula in his book Atomic Habits. I'm using a variation here, but the original formula is a behavior, a time, and location. One habit that I'm now consistently doing is a morning walk. My main barrier before was that I would wake up and go on my phone and spend 20 to 30 minutes procrastinating on starting my day. It took a bit of experimentation, but I got an actual alarm clock and moved my phone to charge in a corner of my room. This forces me to go out of my way to resort to my old habit. Here are some of the other habits I'll be experimenting with this month. Some of my habit statements still need more clarity, especially for journaling and reading. I'm now adding some bulldog clips to help the notes stay in place, and hopefully in my mind, and some leaves in Procreate to give it some life. Leaves come out amazing with paintbrushes, and it's so easy too. I especially love the look of watercolor in general, so I bought some cheap paint a year ago to relearn it. But as you can see, I still haven't opened it because I found it daunting and I kept making excuses. I thought using water with brush pens would be easier, but it was not. I couldn't quite get the look I wanted. So it's still crazy to me that I can use any medium with Procreate. The undo button and the selection transformation tools have been my best friends. Oh, and also the eraser. Imagine being able to erase watercolor like this in real life. You can easily add dimension to your watercolor by using the selection tool and adjusting the shade slightly, like I'm doing here. Right now I'm exporting my artwork as JPEG and removing the white background to preserve the watercolor paper texture on the paint. Let's draw some simple buds to go with the cherry blossom. I'm sharing the cleaned up versions of these stickers with you, so make sure to check the description box below. I'm now going in with the water blender brush along with a clipping mask to blend out the shadows, and then doing the same for these small ones here. I take heavy inspiration from artists on Pinterest when I have no idea where to get started. It's a good way to get a feel for something and see what the possibilities are. I'm copying and pasting the cherry blossom to bring it to the front. Please, good notes, add a bring to front feature. Since it is February and Valentine's, I'm going all out with the pink and now even drawing a heart to decorate the 14th. I'm not much of a pink and hearts kind of gal usually, but I like being festive. On to the weekly planner. Let's see how I was doing on my habits last week. There are some gaps here and there, but my morning walks are looking much better. Here I am putting small ongoing weekly goals and some priority tasks to get done. These are a much different flavor from my typical work tasks, so I find it refreshing to focus on these to help relieve work stress. The best purchase of the week goes to this Procreate watercolor brush set. I think this has great value since it even costs less than my unopened paint set. I try to do something creative each day. Even if I'm not feeling particularly creative or motivated, I think it is true that the act of doing is the biggest motivator. My on-call shift ended Thursday and I took Friday off, but I basically ended up reliving working my dream on Friday. They say taking days off helps you to be more effective, and my previous manager even said, "Work smart, not just hard." I'm drawing out one more of these easy florals before calling it a day. I put each petal on a separate layer in case I need to move them, which is pretty often. The main challenge with these brushes so far is adjusting the pressure just right, since they're so pressure sensitive. For these leaves, start off super light for half a second, go strong, stronger, back to strong, and end up with a light touch. This quote left a strong impression on me because it gives a higher goal for pushing through those tough times. This even applies to small moments during the day when I'm working out. Working out at home is definitely not the same as being in a class with an instructor breathing down your neck, but now I have these words to yell at me to keep going. I'm currently testing out the reading journal I created to make sure it's usable. I'm super excited to share it with you soon, so be on the lookout. Thank you for watching. See you next time.